Yo, what's up, guys? So I'm really enjoying the AyaNeo Kun right now. So much to the point that I've pretty much filled it up with games. There is a 2 TB SSD in here, but as you can see, I am running out of space. So today we are going to do a few updates because right now my internet is also acting kind of strange, so I'm not even sure how I'm going to upload this video. So if you're seeing this video, then it's a miracle. So we are going to be doing two important updates today that really come down to the fact that the Kun is such an amazing device. So the first update, of course, is we're going to increase that storage. So we are going to be adding a 4 TB SSD to the Kun here, as well as a 4G LTE module so that we can get LTE data connectivity on our AyaNeo Kun, and I never have to worry about my Wi-Fi acting strange ever again. We're going to have 4G and 4 TB, and we also will be adding a 1 TB SD card just to be safe. So we're gonna have a total of 5 TB and 4G LTE. So let's not waste any time. Let's dive into it. Do this upgrade, and I'm gonna walk you guys through it. And yeah, we're gonna, have some fun and open this thing up. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Okay, so we're gonna need a few things for this upgrade. Of course, we're gonna need some tools. So we have our handy dandy screwdriver kit here. We're also going to need, of course, the SSD that we're going to be putting inside of it. I have an SSD cloner tool. So you put the original SSD and then the upgraded SSD is going to make an identical copy to the new SSD. So I don't have to worry about any software, any things to copy it. I just put both SSDs in here, press a button, and it does everything for me. So we're going to be using the SSD cloner, as well as, of course, we're going to need a SIM card. This is the nano SIM card. So this is like the smallest one. You find these in most modern smartphones today. So that's everything we're going to need. Our tools, our storage, and our SIM card to get our data. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the device. All right, so one thing you notice about the Kun is that it has no visible screws. So they do a good job at hiding the screws. For whatever reason, they don't like visible screws. So we're going to have to navigate our way around the device to get to all of the screws that are hiding around this device. Now we have to pop up this this button over here first. So let's get that in there. We have to pop up this button. It is kind of difficult to get up, but we'll get it up. Don't worry. Okay, so you gotta pop up the button on this side and then just follow the plastic across. Make sure you don't do it too hard because you may break it. Okay, so we have some screws under here. So there is some screws on the top here. We're going to undo those screws. But let's first expose all of the screws. There is also screws under the back plastic here. So if you can see on the side, there is like a little tab where you can like get your fingernail in and open up the back. So we can actually take this back plastic off. Make sure if you do this that you are very careful. You don't want to break this because they don't give you like any extras. So you want to be careful with this back plastic piece. But it's not so difficult to get off. You just need to get like your fingernail in there, and then it should come off pretty easily. If you just slide your finger around the outside, you can get that to come off without any problems. But make sure you take your time. Like I said, you don't want to break that piece here. Okay, so we see more screws on the back here under that plastic piece. There are a few more screws. We have some screws on the bottom here, so 2 screws on the bottom. There are also some more hidden screws under the stand here. So there's a plastic, or this is like a sticker here. You want to remove that. That's actually where the SIM card slot is, but we have to put the module in there to actually get connectivity. And there is another screw hole under the stand there. So now we have all the screws exposed. Let's get them all off, and let's get the back off and get into this upgrade. Okay, just for anyone who is keeping count, there are three screws on each side of the back here on the grip. So there's one right here, and one right here. That's three. And then there's one right here, and one right here. So those are the three on the back. So let's get those all first. Okay, so we have our six screws on the grip off. Now there is one screw under the stand here. So let's get that off. Okay, once you get the screw under the stand off, there are two screws on the bottom here. One right here, one right here. So let's get those off. Okay, now we got the two screws on the bottom out. There is a few more screws on the top here. Okay, so it looks like we have all of the screws out now. So let's work on getting the back off and seeing what's inside. So I think the easiest way to try to get the back off is to go in this hole here, these holes on the bottom here. So I'm gonna try to use the pry tool in there just to get the back up a little bit, and it is popping up. I'm gonna slide the pry tool around here. I hear the clips coming off. I'm not sure if you can hear that in the video, but the clips are coming off. So I'm just sliding the pry tool around the edge here, just trying to get those clips up, trying not to break anything or be too rough with it. So yeah, let's get this off. Okay, so we have the all of the clips pretty much unclipped. Now we can pull the back. Be careful because there is a connector here, so don't just pull this off with a lot of force. You want to just pry this up and then rotate it back gently, just so you do not mess with this connection that is going to the back here. So here we have it. This is the inside of the AyaNeo Kun here. I can see the module for the SIM card here. So this is the SIM card module as well as the SD card. So here's the SIM card here. So that pops up and you put the SIM inside of here. And then this is the SD card reader. I can see the SSD under here. So let's take this module off first and we can get to the SSD, which is under there. Okay, so we took the two screws out of this module, so we should be able to get this up here just so we can get under it to get to the SSD as well as the 4G module under there. Oh, hold up, you guys. Update. There is another screw under this ribbon cable here. So this ribbon cable that goes all the way up here and over to the back plate. There is another screw under that ribbon cable. So make sure you take up this ribbon cable, just disconnect from this connector here, and then you want to get to that third screw under there. So there is a third screw on this this board here. Update to the update. We're learning as we go. There is a sticker here. I should have known there's always a screw under a sticker. There is a sticker here with another screw under it. So there are four screws on the board here. So forget what I said for the first two times. There are four screws on this board here. You want to make sure you get them up. There's two screws that you can clearly see. There's one screw under this ribbon cable here, and then there's one screw under the sticker. Always check under the sticker, of course, and then that just pops up pretty easily. So this is the board here. We'll set that to the side, and now we can get to the SSD here. So this is our 2 TB SSD that came included with our device here. And I will say you can get it with up to 4 TB from AyaNeo. But I just went with the 2 TB model because I knew I was going to get my own 4 TB drive. So that's just me. If you want to avoid this step, you can get the 4 TB at the factory, but that comes with the 64 gigabytes of RAM. So you're going to be paying a lot more for that. So now we can get this SSD out of here. So this is our original 2 TB SSD here. So there you go. This is the 2 TB SSD here. We're going to be replacing that with the 4 TB. We are going to put it inside of our cloning device here. So the cloning device is very simple. All you have to do is put the source drive, which is the original, and then you put the target drive, which is the drive that you're upgrading to, and then it pretty much makes an identical copy of the other drive, and you don't have to do any sort of Windows updates. It's going to give you an exact copy that you already had on your drive. So I'm going to just put these both in here. I'm going to copy these, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to drop it in, and we're going to continue with the update. Okay, so now this is making a clone of our drive. While this is doing that, let's see if we can get the 4G LTE module inside of the Kun here. Okay, you guys, so they're making it hard for us. I can see the actual connector for the 4G LTE module, but we're gonna have to take off this metal bracket here because that is blocking the connector as well as the fan. So this is gonna be a little bit more involved than I initially thought, but we're gonna go through it. We're gonna get it done. So let's just dive into it. It's my first time doing this, so we guys are going on a journey right now. So I can see that we're going to want to disconnect the network card here simply because there are some delicate cables in here. So let's just remove these cables here from the network card here. So let's just remove those. Okay, so we got the network card out. Now let's work on getting the fan out. So there are looks like 3 screws on the fan. There is this piece of tape you have to take off as well. So let's get that off. Put it to the side. We're gonna want to put that back on when we put the fan back in. Now let's take the fan off. Okay, so we got the fan out. Take the fan, put that to the side. Now we just need to get a few more screws to get this metal bracket out so we can get under to that M.2 connector for the LTE card. Okay, so we finally got this bracket loose. There is a bunch of screws around the outside here. You're going to want to pull this ribbon cable up a little bit more because there is a screw here, and then there are 2 screws up here. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws on this bracket here. You're going to want to make sure you disconnect or unscrew all of the screws on this bracket so we can get it up. And now that we have it up here, we can finally put in our LTE module here. So what we're going to do is just line that up into the slot there, push it in, and then we're going to screw this down. Okay, so we have the 4G LTE module in place now, and we can start our reassembly process. So it's pretty much everything in reverse. I may just speed through this part or let you guys watch it, but I'll definitely try to do this reassembly as quickly as possible so you guys don't have to be here all day.